Hey everybody!
Our DM is mad.
That's true. I've been hanging around people too much. That is the wrong game I'm also on too, I just realized. I can change that over.
Yeah, I just...
That's not right too. Give me a moment, people.
There's too many.
I'm forgetting too many things.
Hmm.
Okay, I need to open Twitch anyway.
Uh-huh.
No?
No, that's not working. The background is missing.
It's going really well.
Why isn't that existent? Yeah, that disappeared for reasons unknown to me.
Oh no.
If you move the file, where the file was located, it would freak out in OBS.
I think it's freaking out in OBS is what it is. Let me just put it in again.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it.
Like, I think one time, like, I moved a file and then moved it back, and OBS is like, nope, I still don't know where it is. And I'm like, okay.
Let's see if that works now. No. No, we're floating people. God. Yep. Yep, I'll get it to work eventually. Well, anyway, hi everybody. Welcome to Problems. That's the wrong one.
I think that would be an appropriate title for this session.
Yeah, welcome to Problems.
Welcome to Problems.
Yeah, I hope everybody's having a fine Tuesday. If you didn't join us for earlier stuff, where the heck is it in here? I don't even... Templates, Vamp Legacy. Okay, good. I figured out where it's at least. Probably. Let's try that. Well, I found it. It's just not... Wait. Okay, what's going on with that one? Well, you know,
Oh, I do love tech problems.
Oh, God, yeah. Hey! I got it to work! Wait, why is there something else in the background there, then?
Oh. It's just that's our other player.
I don't know why that's there!
It's Curad.
It's Curad! Why? What? Look, I'm just gonna go for this one and just say screw it. I don't know why Curad exists.
He's here to help out. He's Charles's cousin.
Sure, Curad.
But we like him.
It's Charles. Sure, I got it mostly to work, Curad. I don't know why Curad is there. Things have just broken today. Alright, great. That's a great start. But anyway, welcome to Legacies of Caine, the Vampire the Masquerade live stream show. If you're here for, like, not everything breaking, sorry. Too bad, everything broke.
See. So to see my phone is really behind when it comes to what's going on.
You see how far behind the chaos is. God. Maybe on our break I'll try to frick around with it some more and see if I can get it to work. Anyway. Oh. What the hell is that? What? All right, now that's just confusing me. It.
Things went black.
No, it's working. But, like, the thing I wanted appeared on its own. So, chaos has ensued. It's as if the background exists twice.
Oh.
Oh. What's going on?
So I'm Ted Dracovin, your storyteller in this case. We're continuing where we left off now that the technical issues are hopefully dealt with. Let's go around and have everybody introduce their characters and how they're feeling with everything that happened, because last time we had a supernatural auction, and it went successfully?
I guess so.
Yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with that.
Successful. Let's hit up, who to start with? How about Carpe, you and Nathan? How's Nathan doing?
All right. Well, Nathan is reasonably happy with how things have gone. We still need to kill somebody. We still need to torture somebody. And there's probably people who are going to try and kill us. So, woo!
At least we knocked one of those down.
2, I think. Christine also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's less murdery towards you. That's definitely true.
Yep.
She theoretically got what she wanted, and that involves less murder for you.
Yep.
Attempted murder.
Attempted murder. Jess, how's Dawn doing?
Oh, Dawn is very stressed about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, if someone so much as taps her on the shoulder wrong, she might hit them.
Crap.
She is ready to murder in all moments.
Ready for murder.
Yeah. That's what
That
happens.
actually
when she
seems
gets
reasonably
stressed.
safe.
She doesn't like being in the hotel with everyone. It's very stressful. She can't keep track of who's who. It's just like, God, a lot of these people hate me.
Well, the good news is, hopefully things will go well. That's it. And Worm, how's Emil doing?
Emil's doing good. He just did his part doing the technical stuff during the thing. Just keeping the screen updated with the current price and stuff. Making sure everything went smoothly.
Okay. Well, the auction ends seemingly without a hitch, as everything kind of finishes up and people are giving their various monies and stuff, and like talking with the people that you've kind of Mr. Cromwell has put in charge of kind of taking care of everything. Everybody's kind of taking care of it. There's plenty of people that are walking back that some look very dismayed. Others are basically looking like they just had a good time in general. Like a few people like Nefertiti is just like, she probably didn't really care much if she won anything. But still.
She's here to fuck with everyone.
She was just here to have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye on things.
Mm-hmm. So, after a little while, though, people will be arranging to collect their items towards the end of the auction time when everything is shutting down, and everybody kind of dismisses to the hotel without a lot of fanfare, and currently not seemingly a lot of tension at the moment. But there are definitely some very interesting looks that get kind of shared around. People looking at
like
others. Yeah. Who has what, and who might want to try to acquire what from others.
Yeah, well, at least we kind of have that list. Sorta.
I need to open up that doc.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You have an idea of who generally bid it on what, but why they did and all that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Huh? We got the goblet. Only thing we got. Well, technically we got the sword as well, but
You do have a sword and a goblet, though you sort of didn't actually bid the goblet, and the sword you just took it out of the auction.
Right.
Mhm.
So. What's your plans now? Most are arranging at this point in time with the timing of the auction to leave either tomorrow during the day or tomorrow evening for certain groups.
I'm actually gonna keep an eye on Francisco in his room. Or not Francisco, Federico. The guy who wants to kill Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I don't know what he's planning, and he didn't tell us, so...
He has not told you. He did tell you after Mr. de Padois leaves the hotel is when he's planning on doing something. So you know that for sure. So he probably won't
I think
do
it's just a
anything.
good idea to keep an eye on his room and stuff, just to see if I can figure out what he's up to. I think that's actually going to be what I'm going to be doing, mostly.
Might also be good to
meantime.
keep an eye on our Marie.
Yeah, but I'm only one person.
How many screens do you have? Come on.
That's true. I forgot I'm that guy. I don't know why I was thinking like. Yeah, no.
Are you gonna
screens,
sneak into his room? What the heck?
No, I wasn't gonna sneak in his room. I was gonna like just walk by periodically. Walk by there. Anyway, no, screens are way better. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyway, yes, of course, I'll keep an eye on them. That's my job.
Awesome.
Maybe I'll even place an extra camera outside their like rooms or something. Just see if they leave it.
Yeah. Might also be worth leaving a camera on the entrance and exit and leave an eye on that as well.
Oh, those are probably already covered by the security cameras.
Ah, you're putting extra cameras.
Yeah, I don't
Got
think
it.
there are cameras in like outside people's rooms. Generally, they're only in the lobbies and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, any preferences, Dawn?
I don't think so. It's all just as stressful as the rest, so you know. I'll go wherever's needed.
Well, shall we go talk to Jay briefly? He seemed pretty cool, and he got the tapestry.
Oh yeah, he did. But yeah, let's go talk to Jay.
Okay. Who has the top tapestry? Okay, you can knock on the room he's staying on. He'll come to the door. Yes, what is it?
Hello. I trust you're satisfied with your purchase?
Yes. I got at least one of the items that I was asked to look into. There were others on the list, but unfortunately, it is an auction. You cannot win everything.
Well, I was able to acquire one of the items. And it, from what I understand, you are also bidding on the goblet.
Ah, yes. My employer was quite interested in the goblet also.
If you'd be interested, perhaps we could trade information, as I know very little about the tapestry, but I do have some knowledge of the goblet.
The tapestry is something that I could tell you a little about. The goblet itself, I may or may not know more than you. It is hard to say. How much do you know of the goblet?
Well, I suppose knowing how much I know would be worth knowing. So,
I can tell you what I know of the tapestry. No one knows who exactly created it, but there are a number of tapestries that were created similar to it, said to have been created by one of the antediluvians, a master of auspex. Those that reach the highest level of auspex are said to be able to see into the future. But the future is still not set in stone. So, that is why they are called the Dawn of Gehenna series. Each one is said to tell of a possible form of Gehenna. An end of our world, of the vampiric world. What is truth in this, I cannot say. This is only all that I know about the legends of these tapestries. Only 5 have been found, though it is said in some ancient writings there may be more than a dozen of these that were created.
I could imagine there being a lot of different ways the world could end.
Well, again, our end of the world may not mean the end of everyone's world.
Fair. Well, of the goblets, I understand that there are 3 of them, and that the key is to bring them all together, and new information will emerge.
There are legends about the goblets. They are recreations, as far as I know, of another. Similar to stories of perhaps the Holy Grail. Something of akin to that, except in vampiric stories. The original said to be of perhaps a goblet that was used by Caine himself.
To hold his blood, I believe.
Of course, to hold the blood that he would be drinking.
Or that he would give to his servant.
To give to Annie, that he would give the blood, if he would not give it directly. There were lots of ways to describe how the exact nature of the goblet's original use is. Because what you speak are the legends that have come after it.
Well, it also, I've heard that the goblets, when put together, would essentially create a map to the first servant.
If this is true or not, I cannot say. There are many maps out there, many hidden treasures, but the world has changed greatly. You forget that there have been many great catastrophes. The flood itself, though it is up to you how much you believe the biblical side of everything. The first city still did fall, as did the second city. And what caused these destructions, that is for you to debate with the Nautis themselves.
So you don't consider yourself a Nautis?
I myself, I'm merely a broker in this case, gaining an object for another. Someone that could not come here asked me to do so, and to acquire items if I could. Well, the goblet stays out of my grasp, as does a few other items that I bid in. The tapestry will do nicely for my employer.
Excellent. How interested are you in acquiring some of those other items?
As for myself, I am not a fighter. I am merely a broker. So if you were to say that violence may ensue in this city, which I will agree there could be chances of violence within this city, now that everything is done, it will not come from me, know of that.
Fair enough. I ask because my associates and I have acquired several objects from a number of interesting places.
You have traveled the world. I have traveled the world in the past myself, but as of late, I have remained home. Unless business takes me to places such as this, and help for an old friend.
I was more suggesting that if you were interested in acquiring some of these items, perhaps you might hire myself and my associates.
An interesting proposal, but no. It is enough for me for what I have gained.
Ah.
If you do start another auction, or come upon items similar to this in your own travels, perhaps then reach out through Mr. Cromwell. His company has connections. He's with some of my employers. And whether my employer will be interested, or will send the information to me if I know another relevant buyer. I will do that. There are many within the Middle East that would be interested in many things. The ancient cities are said to be within that area. We hold history there, as in the first human civilizations of Babylon were there. So were we.
If it's not too rude, might I ask what clan you hail from?
I was created long ago. I am probably older than you are.
I have no doubt.
As for my true creator, it is something that has always eluded me, the exact purpose of my original blood. But as a broker, I have found myself in a situation where I gain blood from many now. My work not only gives me much money, but enough blood to maintain me for quite some time.
Do you do any research on your own when you're not broking things?
I am one that enjoys many stories. A great library of my own, which takes up my time, much of it, reading and rereading many books of old. When you live for over 1,000 years, and you have yet to truly embrace the undeath, as you have, things change for your mind. Caught between the living and the unliving is a strange place for an ancient ghoul such as myself. I've been tempted before to ask for the embrace, but I feel like I enjoy straddling the line. I represent something different to many. I can still enjoy the finer things in life, but yet I still am touched by the unlife. It is an interesting place. And as long as I keep my job up, those that support me will be around. And I have many friends within the clans of the Middle East.
Well, I have always enjoyed libraries, and if an opportunity arises where I might visit yours, I would greatly appreciate it.
Yes. I would warn you, though. Within the places I live, many of the remaining Banu Hakim rule. And I would be worried about their wish for you to draw into them.
I'm... Oh. Assamites?
Assamites.
Okay.
Assmites, yeah.
Yeah. They control the Middle East pretty well.
Got it.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That seems not good.
Mm-hmm.
So Dawn should never be in a library again.
Well, as I said, if the opportunity arises, I would greatly appreciate a visit to the Great Jay's Library.
Well. Because you do know that they're, like, the Assamites come in two groups. Most of those that are outside the Middle East tend to work with the Camarilla nowadays, at least more recently. They're still semi-independent. Those in the Middle East are not connected at all. They're, like, considered the main clan. There are a few Camarilla Assamites and then some mercenaries that are around outside of the place. But very little other clans make do in the Middle East unless they are working directly with the Assamites. Anyway. Well, if there's anything else you require from me right now. If not, I would like to get my rest. As, with still those that have blood within their veins and a beating heart, I do require sleep.
That is fair enough.
Though I guess in a way, so do you.
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Well, perhaps till we meet another time.
Indeed. All right.
Okay. What is the plan now that you've talked to Jay?
Send a little text to Emil and be like, what's happening with, you know, the spying on people? Just to make sure it's all going smoothly.
Yeah. How is it going? I assume they're not doing much the first day.
So basically you installed cameras in all the rooms so you can spy on people, is that what you're saying?
Outside their rooms, just because I
rooms.
did it more recent.
Yeah.
I did it more recently because they made it clear they're not going to tell us what's going on, and I can't install it while they're in there, so I'm doing it outside their rooms.
Okay.
Just so I know when they leave. They could technically jump out the window, but
Currently there has not been a lot of activity. Most people have gone back to their rooms and not done anything. The only ones that I will note have done anything is Orson packed himself up and left pretty much right away. It looks like he was getting some kind of, if you would look into it, he's getting a private jet that he can fly all the way out of there. So, so he doesn't have to worry about any sunlight. We're getting in back to London. Victor Stasnik, the Abomination. He left his room and hasn't been back.
Who?
The Abomination.
The Abomination, got it. Sorry.
He has left his room. He has not returned.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, I was mostly focused on the two that we have associations with and are targeting.
Oh yeah, they haven't done anything. They have not done anything.
The other ones I probably just installed cameras in the hallway rather than...
Actually, there is something. Someone showed up at Beckett's room. Aristotle DeLaurent.
Okay.
And has been in there for a while now.
Okay. So I'll probably, when Dawn asks me that, I'll probably be like, DeLaurent is seeing Beckett, been in there for a while.
Tell Nathan that, hey, they're up to something.
I mean,
Possibly. Or
they're
just,
both
like,
nodists, so they're theoretically potentially talking to each other about
Nod.
the stuff that they've got.
And they have a little bit of a rivalry, but you also know that you learned from your information that Aristotle was effectively like Beckett's introduction into Nodism. He was his mentor to be a Nodist.
So one was Aristotle and one was Plato.
Yes.
All right.
Also,
Would you like to...
it is Aristotle. I keep thinking like for a second there I was like, is it? No, it is actually Aristotle. So the joke works really well. God.
So Beckett got the Eurycene fragments,
Yes.
and Aristotle went to Beckett's room.
Yes.
Huh. How would you like to go visit Beckett?
Okay.
All right.
I like
We
making
can-
these little house calls.
Yeah, we can sort of pretend to be budding Nodists. Maybe we can
Yeah.
be whoever Plato's student was.
Yeah, I don't know who that was. Does anyone know who that was?
I could probably look it up, but off the top of my head, no.
He's the forgotten one. He's not important.
Oh, Aristotle was Plato's best student. Damn it.
Oh.
Womp womp opposite. Womp womp.
Oh well.
Rip that joke, I guess.
It's
Yep.
fine. It almost worked.
Almost worked. All right, so
close.
let's go to Beckett's room and we can... I mean, we're not really pretending to be budding Nodists. We're kind of already there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've done a lot of nodist shit now. It's a bit weird.
You see me nodding?
And Dawn just pushes Nathan over.
Ah,
Excellent.
excellent.
And then there's Emil who's just like, what's a nodist? I forget.
One who nods.
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, so two of you show up at the room. Knock on the door. After a little while, the door will open a little bit, and the man, Beckett, who looks like he's in his probably like 30s, maybe like either very good for early 40s or maybe like low 30s. Kind of wears sunglasses around, has a little bit of like longer hair, like shoulder length. He kind of goes, "Do you need something?"
I mean, I was hoping to discuss a bit of Nodism with you. Dawn and I are budding Nodists ourselves, as you might have been able to gather.
I was kind of on a slight meeting right now.
Ah, my apologies. When will your meeting be over?
Give me a minute. They'll close the door. They'll give you wait for like a couple of minutes. He'll come back out, open up the door.
By the way, was anybody using time stuff like celerity in there?
Oh yeah, 'cause I can tell. I have magical time-telling powers.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
But thank
Good.
you for asking.
So-
Asking. All right. You'll kind of move in and open the door, and inside will be a small meeting. It looks like. There's of course Aristotle de Laurent sitting there, and Celestine is there too. And Emil, you did not see him enter the room. Oh,
But Celestine is not Lasombra, correct?
no, he is Tremere. A Tremere, a Malkavian, and a gangrel.
This sounds like the beginning of a really bad joke.
Yeah. He's gonna walk into a bar, I know it. As we go in, I'll send a little text to Emil being like, did you see this guy come in, or...
No.
Okay.
Oh, friends! Welcome! Please come in. We were having an interesting little meeting here. I mean, we were discussing some very interesting materials, but it seems like we can delay our discussion until later. Gentlemen. So, what brings you here to ask? It seems my good friend Beckett here says that you're interested in diving into knowledge of old.
Indeed. We've been having some interesting travels and found and encountered some interesting elements, and they all seem to bring us back to before we were embraced or even born. And you all seem the experts.
Aristotle just kind of go. As Beckett will kind of look towards you and go, experts. That's a good way of describing what we are. We are those that study the past and understand it a little bit more than what the organizations that are in charge of our kind would let you know. There are many rumors and hidden histories that most would like to sweep under the rug and let go. Your little auction here has opened up the rug just a little bit, and I'm surprised at the number of higher ranking folks that were here. Maybe there's other things going on.
Maybe there is. What do you think those might be? I was more looking for information about history, but I would also be interested in preserving my own unlife, as it were.
Interested in your own unlife. That's a great way of describing interest in your history. Yes, these are quite interesting fellows. They, helped me acquire things. It seems like you did well in your time at the, auction. I got what I desired, and so our deal is complete. Don't worry. Our mutual associate will gain what she wants. Miss Christine, as long as you arrange the flight out for both of us, will find what she wants. After that, well, she might find herself in some trouble, but it will be no skin off my teeth.
Most teeth don't have skin anyway.
True. Ha.
It's so funny today.
So, children, what is it that you desire with the information? You wish to know more about our history of our kind. You dive into it with this auction. You show off things, attract us all to this place, many of us. There were others that wished for this information too, but it seems like their names were not shown, especially with the new copy of the fragments. This is Aristotle. He is French.
Okay.
He has a French accent.
What do you mean the names that are not shown?
There are many Nodists out there. More than just the three of us. Well, two of us and a good friend. You could have sent that name and had a lot more business if you would. But no, you only sent it to three of us. Though it seems like there are a few more in the wings.
Well, my understanding was that Mr. Cromwell put together the list of names.
I'm sure it was at your behest, though.
I certainly mentioned a couple of people I thought would be interested. And as the two names that I had heard, aside from Cromwell, I suggested the two of you.
A friend of mine in the local authorities has said they have seen someone very dangerous in the island that is one of us. Vikos. What are they doing? Did you they don't seem to have been invited as they did not join us.
I certainly did not invite Vikos.
I'm also surprised you did not contact the librarians.
Do I know of the librarians?
Probably not, but you can give me a difficulty, we'll say 8 occult intelligence check.
And can I do this if I don't have a cult?
Sure, it'll be difficulty 9 then.
Awesome!
Just intelligence. Alright. You have indeed heard of them. The library is slightly infamous because they are a number Nodist group. You remember when you looked into some things with Nodists and stuff, you did hear about them. They are a group of Nodists from the Sabbat that are effectively a coven of scholars from Montreal. And you obviously invited people from the Sabbat here, and that's why he's interested as to why you maybe didn't invite them.
I suppose Mr. Cromwell just decided they would be more danger than they were worth.
It does seem you only invited the more reasonable of the Sabbat to this group outing. Though you invited many enemies together, I am surprised that we have not seen shots fired between, as you say, the mages. The two groups do not get along. Same with some of the others. It's very interesting to see. I would be surprised if this island did not see bloodshed before we left. He'll kind of chuckle to himself.
Well, I certainly wish no ill will upon any of you, and I hope that none of you wish any ill will upon me, or my companion.
Don't just waves.
Or the host, by the way. Mr. Cromwell has done an excellent job of organizing and providing, and I do hope that the charitable donations to his university museum will be appreciated. But yes, the more reasonable do seem the best to attempt to avoid as much bloodshed as possible, while still bring great minds together.
It would also be nice if you would remove the camera from outside of my room. I'm sure you or one of your associates put it there. I'm sure the rest of you have them too. Did you check? Beckett will kind of like shake his head. Is like, it is fine if they watch the hall, as long as they are not watching us while we are private. Though we won't be here for long. You obviously have some other kinds of plans in order. So what is it you really want? Your honeyed words are nothing more than honeyed words, and I've heard too many folks with such things to say.
Fair. I would like to know what my cup says.
If you would bring it here, perhaps we could tell you.
I would love to bring it here. I will point out my previous statement about being interested in the maintenance of my unlife.
Oh, I believe they want us to be in a more open room before we conduct this. Perhaps in the auction room. I'm sure you'll have some security around there, if we would inspect it there. Beckett, I'm sure you want to pick up your copy of the fragments, now that we've already finished our negotiations. Yes, that might not be a bad idea. We should get ourselves from the building as far as possible. I have a sense that some of the others may not be so friendly towards the lot of us. Especially you. Boy, you run too many people the wrong way. I have warned you many times, and you do not listen to me. So, whatever.
Was that Aristotle talking to me or to Beckett?
To Beckett.
Ah. All right. Shall we adjourn to the auction room then?
Yes. Sure. You can head to the auction room with them.
Seems like this might be a good time for
A break. Yes, I was going to say that. Let's take our first break then. I was just checking something quickly. Why don't we, if you need a restroom snack, anything like that, go ahead and go do it, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes as I just organize a few things here for how things are playing out. So, and then we'll have them head to the point in time there. So, see you in a little bit, folks.